Hello. This is a Essentials 101 class. It's going to be pretty comprehensive. Today is January 20th, and yesterday Young Living announced that they have upgraded the premium starter kit, which is really exciting. It just means that all my info is now a little bit, not all my info on the premium starter kit is a little bit out of date. So I thought I would jump on, even though I don't have that kit yet, and talk about this so that you know what is in the new kit when you get started, or of course you can always buy another kit even if you're already a member through quick order. So to get started, I'm Kristen Neubauer. I live in Lake Forest, California with my husband and two kids, and I got started with Young Living about a year and a half ago, July of 2017. And I bought myself a premium starter kit for my birthday. I was like, don't shop for me. I know what I want. I did a ton of research and landed on Young Living. I was interested because my kids were constantly sick in the winters with bronchitis, pneumonia, virally induced asthma, and it was like one would get it, the next one would get it, then he would get it again, then she would get it, and it was just so that was the top of my list, was seeing if this would work for my family. Spoiler alert, it did. And then also, my son has food allergies, and so he has a bit of a weakened immune system, and I've watched essential oils work with some of his reactions, which has been pretty amazing. And then the other stuff is just getting toxins and chemicals out of our homes. Out of our home, one home, and learning so much about this process or not this process, but about what is in so many of our products, and it's really scary. And so Young Living has made it really easy for me to what they call switch and ditch, find products that I can replace dirty products with. So that's kind of where I got started with Young Living, and then I fell in love with the products, and here I am. So I thought I will just jump right into it. What are essential oils? So they are the lifeblood of the plant. And the first time I heard that, I was like, well, the hell does that mean? So when you break a plant and then it kind of repairs itself, the lifeblood of that plant is repairing itself. All of our world has been created so beautifully, and we all know that in so many ways of enjoying nature, but these plants were created to protect themselves and to repair themselves, right? So humans have found that these plants work well for a lot for us as well. So essential oils, the plant is distilled at a low temperature, and so we're pulling oil out of it. So when I was researching different companies, I looked at, all the big companies, small companies, all kinds of them. And what I found that set Young Living aside was what they call their seed to seal guarantee. It's their, that they are a purpose over profit company, which who doesn't want that in a company, right? So this is what I found that I loved. When they're looking for their farmland, they check the soil back generations, make sure pesticides have never touched that soil. It is completely clean soil. Then they test the pH of the air. They make sure the air quality is perfect or up to their standards. There's not factories nearby. There's not pollution. Then they plant the seeds. The only pesticides that they use are essential oils. They have an open door policy on their farms that anyone can walk in and check things out. They're not trying to hide anything. Everything is hand-picked. Then as the crops near readiness for harvest, they bring in people to take small samples and do micro distillations. Then they test that and they see if they're hitting the peak quality that they're looking for. There's the dog. So they see if they're hitting the peak quality. And so they do this every 2 hours until it hits. And then, I don't know why my computer just went out. I hope this is recording. Looks like it is. Okay. So, sorry, distraction. Okay. Until it hits the peak quality. When that happens, they bring the whole harvest in, they distill it at a low temperature, so that they're not killing the constituents of the oil so that it is therapeutic grade. And then they put it through all this testing to make sure it meets a ton of different criteria. Then they send it out for third-party testing, make sure that they're cool with everything. Then they bottle it up and send it to their customers. If they don't meet that criteria, they will scrap an entire harvest and say, sorry, we are out of Roman chamomile for a while. We are out of RC for a while, whatever it might be. So while that is frustrating as a customer when they go out of stock, it's for good reason. They're not going to sell you a crap oil. With that said, there is a lot of fraud in this industry that no one is governing the term 100% therapeutic grade oil. So you can go to the grocery store and see a $2 bottle of oil, and there's an expiration date on it. There's warnings not to ingest it. There's lots of red flags on those oils. These companies might distill at a high temperature so that they're knocking stuff out real quick for more product. They've ruined the therapy. It might smell good still, but it's not going to do anything for you because those constituents that make it work are now gone. So there's that. They also can say 100 therapeutic grade oil if they put 2 drops in there, and the rest is synthetics and fillers. The byproduct from distillation is called trash water. Some companies sell that as essential oil, so you want to do your research on the company for sure. One more thing on that. So Rose is Young Living's most expensive oil. One 5 milliliter bottle is $185. Okay, but it's made from 60,000 rosebuds. Think about a dozen roses and how much that costs. Now think about 60,000 to make one bottle. Now think if there's pesticides on that and you're putting it on your skin because it's amazing for wrinkles. Ugh, gross. So when you see a $5 bottle of Rose on a shelf, you kind of got to wonder what's in there. Okay, so that is the seed to seal guarantee. Now, there are 3 ways to use essential oils: aromatically, topically, and ingestion. So aromatically is you can smell it, you can use a diffuser, I guess that's it, in the air. So smelling it, and through the diffuser, it's going in your nose, through your olfactory system into the limbic system of your brain. The limbic system is where your emotions are, behavior, your olfactory, memory, your motivation. So think about how a certain smell can take you straight back to a memory from your childhood. The smell of a certain type of cookie can put you straight in your grandma's kitchen. Or for me, like, sometimes I get a whiff of something that smells almost like syrup, but it takes me to the trails of running cross country in high school. Like, there are certain things that will put you right back there. That's your limbic system. So with essential oils, if let's take a moment where you're just spazzing out, just super stressed, breathing this oil in takes it so far deep back in your brain where your emotions are, it's different than your thought process, right? It's your emotions, and it just settles you down. That's what's really cool about so many of the emotions oils. Okay, so that's aromatic. Then there's topical. This means going onto your skin. We make rollers. I don't think I have any right here. Anyway, we buy a bunch of rollers off of Amazon, little 5 or 10 milliliters. They're like $10 for 12 or something like that. And then we use fractionated coconut oil. So fractionated means they have pulled a protein out so that it's liquid. So that way, it rolls on nicely. So you might hear the word diluted. Yes, so with a roller, you put 5 to 30 drops into a roller and then top it off with coconut oil. And you can put it on your skin. And dilution has to do with slowing the absorption into your skin. So the molecules in essential oils are much smaller than the molecules in coconut oil or any carrier oil. You can also use olive oil, jojoba oil, like kind of anything like that. And so the molecules have to bounce around a little bit before they go into your skin. So it just makes the absorption take a longer time. So small kids, we want that. You should always check a little bit of it before you try any oil just to make sure there's no skin irritation. If there is, add more oil, add more coconut oil, not water. Water's not going to do a whole lot. So there are allergies because these are plants. It's rare, but it does happen. And so anyway, that is putting it on your skin. Where do you put it now? Okay. There are a couple references that I want to mention, and here is a good time. There's the Reference Guide for Essential Oil app. I think it's $6 and it is worth its weight in gold. I love this app. I use it every single day. You can look up any ailment and it'll list all the oils that you can use. And then I just kind of make up rollers based on that. Our team also has a Facebook page called Hello Essentials. There's like 30,000 people in it, and it's a forum that you can go in and use the search bar and type blood pressure and see what everybody's saying about blood pressure, anything like that. So publicly, I cannot claim to cure anything. I have to speak about everything in terms of a wellness line and staying above that line. I can't talk about anything below the wellness line and getting you back up, if that makes sense. So if you hear me talking like I'm speaking in code, that's the reason. So I might use words like head tension and seasonal support, and I can talk about the systems that these oils support. All right, so those are two very good resources. These oils get into your system very quickly, no matter how you apply them. So I found this information mind-blowing. Within 22 seconds, the molecules will reach your brain. Within 2 minutes, they can be found in your bloodstream. And within 20 minutes, they have reached every single cell in your body. What? So, yeah, doesn't really matter where you put these. Doesn't really matter how many drops you put in a roller. It's gonna be okay. Okay. So some people get really hung up on numbers of drops and where to put it and recipes and all of that. You can kind of figure out what works for what and figure out what works for you then. But, I tend to apply them where I need them. So if I have head tension, I get some Panaway. We're going to talk more about the oils in a few minutes. I grab some Panaway. I put a couple drops, take the cap off, but I don't need it right now. And I rub it here on my temples and on the back of my neck. And then I grab peppermint and I do the same thing. And then I grab Copaiba and see what happens. There's that code. All right. So I apply it where I need it. If it's an emotions oil, I might just smell it. I might put a little bit under my nose. I might put it on my wrist and kind of keep smelling it. If my stomach needs support, if my digestive system needs support, I might rub it on my stomach. There's also something called VitaFlex points. So on my Facebook page, it's facebook.com/OurNewEssentials. There's a getting started album with a bunch of like infographics, and there's something called VitaFlex, and it shows the feet and the hands, and there's points that show different, like here's the hand, and it's like, okay, if this is for the shoulder, put it here. I'm making this up. I don't know it off the top of my head. Liver is here, spine, lymph nodes, so you could do that as well. I obviously don't know it, so I don't use it very often, but anyway, that's a little bit about how to apply them. Okay, the third way to use essential oils is through ingestion. So that is in your drinking water, under your tongue, You can use them in cooking. So you might notice that there are white labels and then there are colored labels. So I'm going to show you a couple oils. Okay. The white label, so the FDA, this is all for FDA purposes. So I'm going to start out by saying the oils are exactly the same in peppermint vitality and regular peppermint. The white labels are vitality. They are labeled for ingestion. The peppermint in the green bottle is a personal care product. They don't like that these products according to the FDA need to be personal care or food. Ours are both, but they don't care. They want them separate. So when I show you a white label, I have to talk about it in terms of vitality, in terms of ingestion, just so you know. Sounds like my husband's frustrated by a football game right now. Okay, so ingestion. You can put stuff in your, like the citrus oils are really good in water. And then there are a ton of spice. There's oregano, basil, thyme, a lot of spices that we use that you can add to your cooking. Word to the wise, start with maybe 1 drop and then check, because if you put too many drops, your dish could be done. You can't take them back. So just know that. Lavender lemonade, putting some lavender vitality into lemonade, really good. Okay, a couple things about ingesting the citrus in your water. Citrus eats at plastic, so be very careful about plastic cups, plastic straws, things like that. I bought some stainless steel straws off of Amazon, and that took care of that. And then if I'm putting citrus in a roller, I don't use the plastic roller balls. They leak after a while. All right, so it's important that as you get started, you start low and slow. So my first day, I got my kit. I was putting all the oils all over me. I was completely nauseous. These are strong. They're probably different than the grocery store oils that you may have tried. So I would start very low. If you get a diffuser, start with just a couple drops. Make sure your animals are cool with them. Make sure your animals can always walk away from a diffuser. So make sure it's a wide open space or a door is open. Don't put them in the bathroom when you go to work with a diffuser. Don't do that, because if they don't like it and if for some reason it disagrees with them, animals want to be able to walk away from it. So yeah, low and slow, and then you can work your way up. So usually we put like 8 to 12 drops in the diffuser. Our rollers have about 7 drops for the kids, some more. Our Focus roller has a lot more. Yeah, so our rollers are anywhere from like 7 to like 30 drops. Okay, so our skin. Obviously, it's the biggest organ in our body. It is a carrier, not a barrier. So everything that touches our body can be absorbed in terms of products and stuff. So our clothes are on us all the time. That means, our laundry detergent is in our clothes. That's going into our body. Lotion, shampoo, makeup, all of this stuff. The average woman puts 300 chemicals on her body every day. 80% are before breakfast. So that was huge for me to start getting good products. Only 5% of cancer is genetic. That shocked me. That means that all the other cancer that's going on in this world is environmental. It is due to things that we are exposing ourselves to. And once I opened my eyes to this and thought about where there are chemicals in my everyday life, it was overwhelming and mind-blowing. So it's made me really happy to have Young Living make it so easy to start switching and ditching my products. So you can download an app called Think Dirty or go to the ewg.com, and start looking at okay, pull out your shampoo, pull up the Think Dirty app, scan the barcode, and it rates it and tells you if the product is good or bad for you and what the chemicals or what the ingredients are specifically that are giving it that rating. So we have switched out most of our products. Cleaning, laundry, toothpaste, makeup, moisturizer, all the skincare, the kids' shampoo and conditioner. I don't know what else. Tons of stuff. There are a couple products that I'm going to say aren't my favorites. The shampoo I'm not ready for because I have super thick curly hair. It's wet, so it's not even as big as it usually is right now. I need the bubbles to tell me if I've hit everything. So there's no bubbles because bubbles are an added chemical, and so I'm just not ready for that yet. The deodorant, it just like doesn't glide on really nice yet, so I'm trying to find an alternative there. And the dish stuff, I'm not ready for yet either. So, okay, I'm not like completely brainwashed that it's everything. I feel like some of the products still need a little work. So, everything else I love though. Okay, so we have switched the majority. One of my favorite products in terms of health and wellness is Ningxia Red. This comes in the starter kit. So this is the old starter kit. I've pulled a couple of the oils out, but they upgraded it yesterday so that this little thing can be kind of set up, it like kind of almost like an accordion, so you can set it up. But anyway, Ningxia Red, you get 2 pouches of this. This stuff is a godsend. This is the most rich antioxidant product in the world. It is made from wolfberry, wolfberries from the province of Ningxia, China, and it's a puree and then infused with essential oils. So antioxidants repair damaged cells in your body, and they're damaged by free radicals, right? So the ORAC scale, that's oxygen radical absorption capacity, and that rates products by 100 grams. So the ORAC for blueberries, which everybody talks about, blueberries are super high in antioxidants, is 2,400. Wolfberries are 25,000. So we take 1 ounce, this is 2 ounces, we take 1 ounce a day to help us stay healthy. It's really good for your brain. So we love Ningxia Red. So you get 2 samples of that, and then you get a sample of the Thieves Household Cleaner. So when you become one of my members, you get an amber bottle, and I didn't get one of these because the kit didn't used to have this, but once you have the bottle, this is the full bottle. I do a cap full of this into here, and then the rest is water. This is my cleaning product, like nothing else. So I would use about half of this. And yeah, I can clean the counter. This is all plants. There was an amazing article this week where somebody took the time to put every ingredient into the EWG website. It's perfect. It was so nice to know that what I have read and believe about this is true. So literally for those of you with really little kids, to spray down a high chair and know that your baby's going to eat straight off of that in 3 hours, it's good. You could wash your produce with this. And I know people that do. They soak their produce in it. So that has been a really, really good, good switch for us. Our cleaning lady even uses it because once I stopped using all the toxin-filled products, they would walk in with like their bucket, and I would already start getting a headache. I can't walk down the aisle anymore at the grocery store. Like, I'm just not used to them anymore. So anyway, the Thieves cleaning line is fantastic. All right, so then the oils that come in the premium starter kit. This is kind of going long, so I want to get through these kind of quickly. So what happened yesterday is they removed an oil called Copaiba from the kit because for sustainability reasons. They want to make sure that we can continue getting Copaiba for a long time. So they pulled it out of the starter kit, and they added the oils that everybody has been asking for. Apparently these two oils used to be in the kit. And honestly, I think that if there were 3 oils I would want in it, these are 2 of them. The third one would be orange. So, all right, they added Valor, which is, I use all the time. I go through a bottle of Valor often because I mean, I use more oils than the average person. I have make and take parties. All kinds of stuff. So I have a lot of people using my oils. Valor is in so many of the rollers that I make because it is so grounding. But it's for confidence and bravery. I love that it was used for soldiers in ancient times before they went into battle. They would put it on them. It's blue, which is always a big surprise to people. It's also good for snoring. It's good for the skeletal system. It has the same frequency as our skeletal system. So it is really good for alignment. And like I said, it's very grounding. It's in like all my calming blends. So adding Valor was very exciting. The other is Peace and Calming. And I added that to my first order because it wasn't in the kit. And it's so good to just put in the diffuser after a long day when everybody's getting home and just like kind of bouncing off the walls or that witching hour. Peace and Calming in the diffuser. We also have it in a roller. It's really good in the kids' bath. So adding those 2 was a brilliant move. So happy about that. As for the rest of the oils in the kit, I'm going to go through these quickly. Lavender is good for calm. We all know that. I didn't really like lavender that much before Young Living, and I didn't even really open it for a while. Young Living's lavender smells like candy to me. It smells so good. So it's calming. It's really good for your skin. And for lashes, if you put a drop in your mascara, it's really good for hair growth and thickening. And then it's also really soothing if you touch something that's too hot. Peppermint. So peppermint is invigorating, energizing. Obviously it has a minty aroma. So the peppermint vitality, I put it into brownies, I put it into chocolate shakes, hot chocolate. It's a dietary supplement. It's really good for your digestive system and for healthy gut function. Lemon is from the rind. So we talked about putting it in water. You know how so many people love lemon in their water, but do you know it eats at the enamel of your teeth? Well, that's the fleshy part of the lemon. Lemon essential oil is made from the rind, so it's not eating at your teeth. So that's fantastic. All of the citrus are calming but uplifting, which is exactly what I want for my family. I want everybody happy but calm. So lemon is so good in the diffuser. I love citrus. Love every single citrus we've got. So anyway, love lemon. It's also really good degreaser. Get rid of Goo Gone. It gets temporary tattoos off, sticker residue, all of that stuff. It's very high in antioxidants, promotes clarity. We love lemon. There's also Citrus Fresh, which is a combination of a bunch of different citrus. I think it's like mandarin, tangerine, lemon, and then there's like a hint of spearmint in it. And it's just really refreshing. Again, the vitality you can put in water, you can put it, you can diffuse it for a really just fresh scent. Next we've got frankincense, which they call the king of the oils. It's a very expensive oil, so it's nice that they throw it in the starter kit. It's fantastic for your skin. It's really good for for your brain development. It's good for mood, and happiness. It's good for wellness. It's a fantastic oil. People that love frankincense say like they're gonna die with a bottle of frankincense. They will never be without it again. I have a few people in my life that feel that way about it. I love it. I'm not obsessed the way that some of us just gravitate toward certain oils, and for some people that's frankincense. Smooths your skin out. All right, then there's Thieves. So Thieves is our proprietary immunity blend, which comes kind of from the legend that during 15th century when the Black Plague was going on, people were robbing the dead and the dying, and they themselves weren't dying. And it was because of a combination of essential oils and spices. And so this is like clove, cinnamon, lemon, rosemary. It smells really good. It smells kind of Christmassy. And we rub this on our kids' feet or spine every night. We have a roller with 7 drops. And, you know, we tuck the kids in, we say roll over, we lift their shirt, put it on their spine, or put your feet up, roll it on, and that is for maintenance. We do it every night. So I'll get into that in a minute. All right, so you can do so much with Thieves. Like you can do the rollers, you can, for Thieves Vitality, make Thieves tea with hot water, 2 drops of lemon Vitality, a drop of Thieves Vitality, and some honey, and use that to soothe your throat. If you've got some head tension, you could put a drop on your thumb and then press it to the roof of your mouth for a minute, and that can relieve some tension. So that Thieves line is fantastic. All right, Raven is respiratory. Anything respiratory, it opens up your airways. So before a workout, if you've got a bunch of junk in your chest, in any of your airways, this will support openness, your ability to breathe. So it's really invigorating. It smells great. It's peppermint, eucalyptus, lemon, wintergreen, and several others. Digize is for all things digestive. So any sort of issue with digestion and all the different ways your digestive system can feel. Again, I'm trying to speak compliantly because this is a public video. Anything related to your belly. We roll it straight on, and while it's my least favorite smelling oil of the kit, it works amazingly. That's what I'll say. And I add peppermint to it because peppermint also supports the digestive system, and that kind of helps with the smell a little bit. If you really hate the smell, people seem to not hate it as much as I do, but you can also put it on your feet because we talked about how it'll get everywhere very soon. Okay, Panaway is for soothing joints, muscles, bones, anything that, you know, has some tension or soreness. You can use that. It's real minty. It's got like wintergreen in it. These oils that come with the safety cap are not safe for ingestion. So at the beginning of this, I talked about like labels that warn against ingestion. Young Living's are very good. Obviously, we have the ones labeled for that. The only ones they really don't want you ingesting are the ones with the safety cap because wintergreen is not safe for ingestion. Okay, then the bonus oil in here is Stress Away, which is exactly what it sounds like it's for. It is underneath in the bottom of the kit, and I think Peace and Calming is going to be down there too. But there's also going to be 2 roller balls, which people just pop right on to Stress Away usually, and maybe Peace and Calming. And it's got that stainless steel roller, and you can just roll it directly on. It smells really good. It's like lime and vanilla. Did I just say that? Okay, so that is everything that's in the premium starter kit. We talked about Ningxia, we talked about the Thieves cleaning line, getting all these toxins and chemicals out of your home. All these toxins and chemicals, like once I started thinking about them, my mind was just kind of blown. And so the air we breathe in our home can be 5 to 10 times more polluted than the air outside because we've got, not we, but people now are spraying air fresheners, they're spraying cleaning products, they're using dryer sheets, which are probably the worst thing in your house next to candles. Candles are letting off carcinogens when they're burning, and usually that's when it's cold out, so you have all the windows closed. So once you start to learn all this stuff, it's mind-blowing. Google candles and secondhand smoke. It's like sickening. Watch the Netflix documentary Stink. Its fragrance is an ingredient in so many personal care products, and it is a loophole so that they don't have to tell you the garbage that's in this product. It's crazy. So anyway, if this is something that, I mean, you've gotten this far, so hopefully this means you have some interest. But if this is something that you want to take the next step into, this is definitely a lifestyle change. Well, for most of us, you might already be there, but this is something that is something that you're going to be thinking about a lot daily. So I mentioned maintenance earlier. If your New Year's resolution was to lose weight and you're like, okay, I'm gonna eat one healthy meal on Saturdays and I'm gonna work out on Tuesdays, you're not really gonna have great results. So this is similar. You've got to be using them consistently. That's why we rub them on the kids' feet every morning. Every night before bed. We have a focus roller every morning for my son. Like, we drink Ningxia every day. We try to do this all the time to maintain our wellness and then spike things up once we need more support. So I am here if you were to get started to kind of help you learn. I love talking about this. Here I am at 36 minutes. I love to talk about this and support anyone that gets started. It brings me so much joy. So how to get started. That kit, so this, everybody's super excited. This new kit, they added 2 expensive oils. I think both of those oils are in the $40 range that they added, Valor and Peace and Calming. The retail value is over $400 and the kit is $165. They only raised the price $5. So it's a fantastic deal. it also comes with a diffuser, which, sorry, I didn't show you. I didn't bring it over. But it's a fantastic deal. It is $165 to really start start focusing on health and wellness and toxin-free living in your home. So there should be a link either in the comments of where you're watching this on my Instagram profile. So go ahead and check that out. You probably have 2 questions. You might have a lot of questions, but 2 common questions. Do I have to sell? And do I have to make a purchase every month? The purchase every month. You don't have to. There is an option. I think it's a fantastic option. I was bummed I didn't do it straight from the beginning. It's called Essential Rewards, and it's like a monthly wellness box that you can, it is an auto ship, but you can change it until the day of processing. So it's like, okay, I need laundry detergent and I want to try these couple oils and whatever. And then you click save, and then on your processing day, it will ship it to you. It's a $50 minimum. I have trouble sticking to a budget on this. It's way more than 50. And the benefit of it is you get discounted shipping, you get points back. So right now I have almost $200 to spend on Young Living. So that's awesome. You get percentages back the longer that you're in. You can cancel at any time. I know that's the next question. There's no commitment. So if you got it with the kit, you already get a bonus. You get 10% back on the kit, and then you already get a bonus oil for hitting $100 with that order. And this month, January, it's Digize. And there's a bunch of promos every month. So if you check my Instagram, I always post those. So those are at like 100 and 190, 250, 300, I think. And you get more and more free stuff. So that is what Essential Rewards looks like. It's up to 25% back. So it's pretty cool. Then the other question, do you have to sell? Nope. I will never make you sell. I am not a pushy person. And I'm always scared that people are like gonna think that I'm gonna make them. No. If you want to, you can. There's a really good income opportunity, but no, absolutely not. So there you go. I think that that's it. Thank you so much for bearing with me all this time, and I hope that you learned a little something. Take care. Bye.